Happy Sunday afternoon, May 24th, Cottonwood Valley followers, and we're back out here at the field, and guess what? It is planting day. We got all the transplants out here ready to go. We've got mammoth jalapenos, bell peppers, we have our squashes, so many things, tomatoes, cucumbers. Dad out here looking over things. Got to get some basics done out here in the field, some things cleaned up, and the transplanter will be out here in just a few minutes to get going down through the field. We have about 18 rows worth of transplants to get going today, so it should be a busy afternoon, about 4 o'clock now, so we'll get it taken care of. Things are ready to go. Getting some of the irrigation stuff. We haven't plumbed in the top up here, so just gonna drag this out of the way and get it ready. A few wet spots right here, just a little tacky on the surface, but time to get the things in. Actually, beyond time to get vegetables in the rows. Absolutely the coolest piece of equipment we own, but getting the water wheel in place here. Just popping plugs here. Sharpie works great in these trays just to kind of knock them loose so they come out easy as we're transplanting here. Oh yeah. Just plugging eggplants along in here, the epic variety. What do you think, Mom?
I think we're starting to get the hang of it again.
I think they're handling better than last year.
Definitely.
But last year was also the first year with any of this equipment. And learned a lot of it comes down to how it's grown in the greenhouse. Got them going in here, just stopped about 3/4 of the way down the road to check a few, make sure they've got good compaction in here. So, just like that going through, you know, the water wheel making things nice and muddy as we plant them in. Just coming in here, it is super muddy down here in the end of the field. Had some trouble with the transplanter not wanting to roll, so I'm just coming in here the last 5 or 6 feet, plugging these in by hand. Pull some of that mud over. Just got to do what you got to do. Not that big a deal. Just mudding them in. Okay, we've got 4 rows of bell peppers in, a row of, is that 4 rows or 5 rows of bell peppers? 5. I don't know, we have 4 or 5 rows of bell peppers in up there. We have the eggplant in. We're back here at the well pumping water, filling the transplanter back up, and next we'll probably move over to jalapenos, get the jalapenos in the ground. Then it'll be tomatoes. Tomatoes are a little confusing because we don't have a lot of any of the varieties really, so it's gonna be keeping track of what's going where and kind of what section on them, so it'll be some start and stopping. But overall, we're an hour in and about 750 plants in the ground in an hour. So you can watch them kind of standing up already. There's plenty of moisture under the plastic from the rain this last 10 days and the moisture we're putting on it, so they're standing up, they're happy, so fingers crossed on them so far. Okay, we've got about the first 6 rows in. Now we're moving to jalapenos here. Mom's showing them. This is the mammoth variety. We're gonna do, yes, drip tapes on the north, talking to Dad up there, getting us lined up with the rows. You can start to see some of the rows out there where the orange flags are we've planted. Getting ready to go down them, and these are the mammoth jalapenos on 16-inch plant spacing, so things are going fairly decent today. I don't want to jinx anything, but time just to keep planting. What do you think?
I think it's going great. Let's keep it that way.
Yep, good. Hey, this water's cold now.
It's about shocking.
We got the jalapenos in. You can see have a little bit of mud here kind of at the ends of the rows where that holds up before it drains out of the field. It just sits there longer, but overall we'll take it. We're about 10 days behind getting things planted, so no complaints from me on about 10 feet of mud. Water wheel's doing okay, not mudding up too much, but have a few jalapenos left in these trays. We'll plug those in somewhere out here. Things will get plugged in, but we actually have about 12 more rows of plastic to lay out that way, just past Mom. Once it dries out, the ground might need worked a little bit. We might just bring the little cultivator out and knock it up, or we might just lay it and call it good. So anyways, time is not on our side this season right now, and 80-degree weather all week, so wanted to get things in the ground and get them growing out here versus taking care of them in the greenhouse. And in the greenhouse, I still have watermelons, I still have cantaloupe, I have the next round of zucchini and squash, so okra in there as well. So a lot of things still growing to come back out here out to the field, and then always the succession planting going on with them. We've moved in with this flag here to our Kellogg's breakfast, and they're just getting pretty tangled coming out of those trays since we aren't growing full trays. So coming in here and just planting them by hand if we need to. Pushing them down into the slurry there. Yuck.
There's an empty hole somewhere.
I think it's a deer hole.
But this is what you don't want, is them sitting right like that. These ones aren't in. No, they weren't. That one wasn't.
Was it?
No.
Okay.
Out here, we've got our mountain vineyards. These will be a grape tomato, just checking them. As we went in, about 72 of them here, full tray. On this row, the row prior, I believe those are the mortgage lifter tomatoes, and the Kellogg's breakfast just laying over, just getting things. Ran into some hard spots out here in this part of the field. These big chunks, I mean, the water wheel was bouncing a little as it hit it, kind of odd, but just the makeup of the soil here. But just coming back and checking them all before we move into our next variety that's loaded on the transplanter, and that's the Hasinator. Side note, all the ones we planted so far are indeterminate tomatoes, so they'll grow all season, they'll grow big. They'll probably be a mess if the deer and rabbits don't eat them by the end of the season. The Hasinators are actually determinate, so we'll see how they do for us. This is the last of mine right here. We've got 9 rows in. We have 2 rows of jalapenos now. We got 2 rows of 5 varieties of tomatoes, eggplant, bell peppers. Mom and Dad are loading right now, I believe, the zucchini. Nope, summer squash on it. On the transplanters, put that on row number 1 here. So this will be the top part of the field. So with our succession planting, what we're gonna do is half a row is gonna be summer squash, half a row will be zucchini. These rows are 200 foot long. That's a lot of zucchini and squash at 22-inch increments. But in about 3 weeks, we'll be planting another round of another row of them to keep them fresh for most of the summer. So getting all that loaded right now. Like we said, this is the yellow summer squash, the crookneck yellow squash, and then the zucchinis. finishing up 2,800 transplants out here in about 4 or 5 hours with Mom, Dad, my sister Kelsey, nephew Grant. These were just a few left in a tray here, and sticking them in at the end of a row of jalapenos, I actually believe. Hate to waste anything or anything go bad, so sticking them in here by hand, just trying to clean out the trays. A few things will go back to the greenhouse, and I'll put them in like 4-inch pots and give them away or whatever to some people. But anyways, just finishing it up. Probably hard to tell looking into the sun, but walking back up through the block here, you know, we've got cucumbers. These are our pickles right here on 12-inch spacing, our slicers next to it. But over here, you've got our Hossinator tomatoes. You have our Kellogg's Breakfast yellow tomatoes. Those are heirloom tomatoes. But and then north of them there, in those other 2 rows, we have our mammoth jalapenos. And then over there, we've got zucchini and summer squash in the far outside row. A few key rows that are left open for some okra, cantaloupe, and actually some watermelon we're hopefully getting in later this week. But excited to see tomatoes like this one standing up already. When you look out it, I mean, these were transplanted in just 20, 30 minutes ago, maybe an hour at most, but starting to see them stand up. Let's hope we can keep the deer away and the rabbits away from them, and keep them growing. Just a little after 8 p.m. out here, wrapping up. We got 2,800 transplants in. Lots of them looking really well, starting to stand up out here. But water wheel and tractor did great. Big thanks to Mom and Dad and Kelsey and everybody came out to help with it. What do you think after getting them in so far?
It looks great. I mean, looks better than anything we planted last year.
Yeah, I think we had a lot better quality of plugs that we were transplanting, a lot of learning, and hopefully that's just something that comes with another year of experience under the belt, learning how to grow them differently in the greenhouse. And it's one thing to grow a plant in a tray, it's another to grow a bunch of plants that need to be ready at the same exact time. But anyways, you know, it is Sunday, May 24th out here, and it's officially growing in the field. So about 40 days, 30 days, and we should be at the farmer's market and selling produce. So make sure you follow along on all of our social media. Thanks for watching.